Hey everybody, it's Liam here. It's August 3rd, 2014, and I am almost 3 months, I'm just over 12 weeks on T, which in my mind says that I'm 3 months, but I started on May 5th, and today's May 3rd, so I guess I'm 2 days shy of being 3 months and 13 weeks on testosterone. So here is my update video. I haven't done one in 3 weeks now or so. It's been really crazy for me with trying to get a job and moving and stuff like that. So I guess we should start with my name. I'll start with my name. So I changed my name to Liam instead of Avery. I was Avery for 4 years, and I had been thinking about it for a little while to change my name, and I wasn't quite sure to change it to what, but I've met several Averys, but every Avery that I met was female, so I had heard of a male Avery, but I wanted something that was very solid, masculine, so that it was never confusion. Somebody decided now's a good time to run a weed whacker. So I have my list of things that I'm going to talk about, and obvious that I always start with is my voice has changed. It's changed, I think, significantly since my last video, which is really exciting. I always worry that it's going to stop changing. I really enjoy hearing the changes. I mean, obviously it's going to stop changing at some point, but my voice still cracks sometimes, so it's not going to stop changing quite yet. And I want it to maybe, hopefully it'll smooth out a little bit more, because half the time it's really, really not raspy, but, yeah, is rough. That's a good word. Sounds rough. So, I'm still getting more hair everywhere. I never had hair on my chest, obviously, and I'm getting a little bit of hair on my chest, and getting hairier legs, and it's going on to the top part of my leg, up on my calves. It's blonde, but there's still more hair there. My arms are still pretty hairless. Mostly on my legs, and my little happy trail. I'm getting some more hair there. One second. I have got to go shut this window because this is driving me crazy. Alright, I'm back now. So, lots of body fat redistribution. In the video it might be hard to see, but you can clearly see my jawline. That's completely, a lot of the fat has moved from there. As well as right in my cheeks. I don't have, not that it was real puffy right here, but it's gone down a little bit. I've lost a lot of my breast tissue, between the testosterone as well as chest binding. I was probably a B cup or so. I'm not really sure, but it's gone down significantly, which is really exciting. My binder doesn't hurt as much anymore, and I just, with it, I can look totally flat-chested like a cis male, which is really exciting stuff. I'm trying to cross this stuff out as I do it so I don't lose track of where I am. I lost a lot of the belly fat that I had. Here it's not curvy, and I still have some of it, and that's gonna take a while to go away, but having gotten rid of the curves, and I'm able to get the muscle to show that I am working out and getting kind of a 4-pack or a 6-pack. I've lost a lot of the fat in my arms. Before, it's kind of squishy here, and now it's very solid, as well as in my arms. If I right in through here is all muscle instead of having the layer of fat now. So I'm also getting more muscle. I'm getting a lot more muscle now in my belly, in my abs, doing a lot of core exercises and back exercises and arm strengthening. And with that, I noticed I was getting twinges of pain through here after, it would be after a workout, but not necessarily right after, like the day or two after. Sometimes it would be several days after. So I don't know if it was just the testosterone growing muscle and I would just get the twinges, but between that and me working out, I ended up getting a muscle strain in the back of my neck, which caused really bad stabbing pains about here, and it would shoot and give me a headache for hours. So I can't work out. I'm very limited on what I can do for about 10 days, which really sucks because I get a lot of energy and have to do something, and I'm not working right now, so so much energy. I just want to lift stuff and work out and burn energy. Yeah, that really sucks. I can't do much for several days. My hands and my feet and my shirts and my body is all getting bigger. My shirts, my smalls, now feel like they're choking me right here, so I can't wear them in mediums. And I wore a small size shirt a couple of days ago. I was out at the beach, so I had a long sleeve, and I realized that it was like it would start out about here, the length of the sleeve would start out about here, and then if I'd reach for something, it would come up to here. If I was like my hands over my head, it would come like all the way to here, and it was very tight. Even this medium is actually almost tight right here in the back. My small shirts don't really allow me to even do this anymore because they're really tight, which is super awesome. It sucks because I don't have the money for new shirts, but I will deal with my handful of medium shirts because it's really exciting to me. I went and I got my wedding ring. I can't have it on. I had it and it got really tight, so then I went and got it stretched just a little bit, and then it got tight again, so I got it stretched a second time, and now it's tight again, and I discovered it yesterday that it was really hard to take off. So Jordan helped me get my ring off today, and now I can't put it back on until we go get that resized. I had to buy a new pair of shoes. My shoes don't fit anymore. I have shoes on right now that fit me, but I had to go buy another pair of, like, just walking around kind of shoes. My feet got a little bit wider and longer by like half a size to an entire size. The shoes I got were really cheap, so I didn't pay attention to the size. I just got whatever fit. I'm pretty sure I went up almost an entire size. My hairline is definitely receded and squaring off a little bit more still, and thicker. When I look at my older videos, my hair is very flat and shiny, and I don't have that shine as much anymore, and there's more hair, thicker, but receding hairline, which I used to really hate my receding hairline or my giant forehead. I have a huge forehead, and I really didn't like it, but now it seems to fit my face better. And really, the last thing, which, then, for my moods, my moods have been really interesting. This is a long video already. I'll try to make this fast. So, we'll start off my moods. First, my libido is just, it just keeps going crazier and crazier. But I feel more in control of it now. For about a month or so, it felt like it was, the thoughts or the feelings were slightly uncontrollable, and it was actually stressing me out. It was not pleasant, and now it's, my libido is increased, but I have more control over it. And so I sat and I talked to Jordan about my moods to see what she was thinking, and she's finally doing a video today. She's doing a video today. So since the beginning, she said I'm more irritable. I have moments. I have more moments of irritability or lack of patience, or more moments of anger. And again, in the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've had better control of that. Now that I'm understanding it more, I'm able to let it go. I can feel myself getting irritated. And with that is, I'm less controlling and obsessive about things than I was before. Not necessarily that I was controlling of situations. And to me now it feels like I was controlling of situations, or I would obsess over cleaning, or I would obsess over money, or things like that. And now it seems like I was outwardly controlling little things that didn't really matter, or things that I couldn't really change because I was not in control of myself. And so now, if say something's dirty or messy, I'm like, okay, we're gonna clean this or fix whatever this is, or let's figure out our financial situation, or whatever it comes down to. And I do it once, and then I double check it, and that's it, because that's what it is, instead of sitting and cleaning and recleaning and recleaning, and then getting mad when somebody didn't do it right or my way. Or I'm able to let that go, and it just is now, and it's a much more calm feeling. My anxiety has gone way down now that I don't hate hearing my own voice, that I don't hate seeing my own body. I don't loathe, not that I hated myself before, but I certainly wasn't happy with it. So I'm less controlling, and I'm much happier, and I'm much more comfortable with myself, and much more confident in what I'm saying or doing, in what I want. I know whatever it is that I want, short-term or long-term, I'm able to say those things with more confidence now, which is kind of interesting that it would, that long-term I have more confidence. I'm more motivated and much more social now. I have a couple good friends, but one in particular that I go hang out with a lot in town, and I live in a small area, so there are not many other trans guys around here. There's really no community. I've only met one, and I met him, and now we go and hike, and we're gonna go hike today. It's our first time, but try to just go be around other people, and the only other person who's trans around here, which is really awesome, so that we can talk about trans stuff and understand the other person. You're not just trying to explain to them. And the strangest one of all that I wasn't really expecting, in the past 2 weeks or so, I've experienced it twice now, these moments or days where I have no emotion at all. And I was a very emotionally driven person. In my mind, I wasn't emotionally driven outwardly so much as I was in my mind. I would get strong emotions all of the time and then just filter it out. But Now I'm not so much like that, but these days where I feel like I have no emotion at all. I'm not happy, I'm not sad, but nothing could make me happy or nothing could make me sad. And I don't know what I want out of life. I don't know what I want out of that day. I don't know what I want out of my marriage. And I distance myself from Jordan on those days. And the first time it happened, it was a bad day. And then the second time that it happened, I talked with Jordan, and I was just, have I ever acted this way before? Have I ever talked this way before? And she said, no, I've never seen you act or talked this way. And so determined that it was probably testosterone puberty related, and it didn't last. And so I contacted somebody and asked, who is also trans, and I asked him about it, and he confirmed that, like, it's just a part of the hormones. It's a part of being male. They don't have the same, typically don't have the same flow of emotion, but I'll learn to manage it and understand it. And now that I understand it, the third time that it happened, I just let it roll off my back. I went with the mood and sat and watched TV and relaxed and didn't do a whole lot until it was gone, and it was fine, because I was able to tell Jordan when she was talking to me and she felt like I wasn't there in the conversation. I was able to tell her, I'm just in that mood where I don't feel anything. I have no emotion. So if you want to talk about something important, right now is not the time for me, because I'm not going to be available. And that seemed to work out really well for us, but it was such a weird feeling having what felt like literally zero emotion at all. No emotion. It was a strange feeling. But and I guess the most exciting thing about all of my changes is now when I go out in public, I pass 99% of the time. I would say 100%, but Jordan said there was once that recently where I didn't, or she feels like there was a time that I didn't. So I have not experienced not passing in about 2 weeks now, going out. And even if people look at my ID and they see it, and they still call me by male pronouns after they look at my ID, because to me it seems like they're no longer looking at my ID to find my gender marker to figure out what I am. Now in their mind, they just know, so they don't have to look at it, which is so awesome. Anyways, this movie is almost 20 video, not movie. I'm not a movie. I'm not that cool yet. This video is almost 20 minutes long. So until next time, hopefully in a new place. I think I said that last video, but I mean it this time. I really mean it. Hopefully in a new place. So, see you guys later, and have a good one.